Hi there, Hunter from Interactive here, and today we're going to model this cosmetic bottle. It's like soap dispenser thing. So we'll just focus on modeling for this video, and then later on we'll light it and create the materials. Let's start with a new file. I just want to let you know that we've built a free course to help you get started and up and running with product visualization in Blender. And so if you just go to interactive.studio, you can sign up to a course which will go through a complete project creating a iPhone 15 render, and I'll go through modeling it all the way to lighting and rendering it. You can also find the link for it down in the description. So I'm just going to go into front view with the tilde key and Shift A, and I'll put in a reference image. So I have one that I've built here. And let's sort this correctly. So up here, design, exports. And let's come over here and we'll go front for the depth. So that means we'll uncheck perspective, so it's only showing on the front. Opacity, we'll go to 0.2 or something like that. Drop that in the reference. We'll turn on our selectable so that we can turn off selection, and then I'll just center this and sit it on the base here like that, and then we can add in a cylinder. So let's go Shift A and then we'll add in a cylinder. I think for this I used, I can't remember now, but it might have been 18. Now this will be subdivided, so let's go GZ1, and then in wireframe mode we can move that up. So we can go S to scale all, or A to select all, and S, and then Shift Z to scale on everything but the Z axis. And now what I want to do is go Control 2, and that will add on a subdivision. Make sure you do that in object mode. Then what we can do here is I'll just add in some loops here, and we can start to see this subdividing. And so let's go to solid, right click, shade smooth. And I'm going to go to edge select mode, and we'll grab this edge and this edge. Go Control B to bevel. We'll go one segment. If you press P, you can change the profile of the bevel like so. And then you can press A again to change that. So for this, I'm actually going to bevel these separately. So let's go to front view. So we'll just do this one for now. So we'll go to about there. Let's have a look at that. And then this one is going to be bigger. So Control B. Let's try that again. Control B. And let's go front view. Control B. Going to have a look at where that center is. Scale that up a little bit. Let's go like this. Maybe we can move this up just a tad. All right, let's add in some more loops down here. And then this one, what I'm going to do is go to front view, and we'll scale this down till it's lining up with this. You can go into wireframe if you'd like. Then we'll go E, and we'll just put that up in there. Then add a loop with Control R. And then I'll also, let's go Control R in here. Control R. Let's get rid of this face here. Now we can focus on the base here. So what I'm going to do is just inset this and then inset it again. And I can start moving this up. So inset, we can also turn off the preview of the subdivision in the edit mode just by hitting that. And that can be a little bit easier to see. So we'll move this up. Then we'll go X to delete the face. And I'm just going to go to the bottom view for this. Control F, and we can go grid fill here. Change the offset so it's straight, like so. You can also change the span to have less geometry if you'd like. I think 4 for this one's working well. And then we have this shape here. So that's in object mode. And so what I'm going to do, I'll scale this one up just a little bit out so it's a little bit of a curved shape. If I look at my front view in wireframe there, you can see this. I'm just going to bring it up so that it's inside this bottle a little bit more. Then of course we can add a solidify, and we'll drop that before the sub D. And then I want an even thickness here, and I just want to make sure that we are doing it on the inside, so -1. And I'll just hold shift and increase this a little bit. Now the easiest way to do this is look at going to solid view and then Alt Z, which is this one, which turns on your X-ray. Then we'll keep this a thin, fairly thin, because it's going to be plastic. So then we'll keep that. So that's looking fairly good. Alright, so now we can grab an edge from here, so Shift D. Then you've got your edge. Then we can go Z to move it up a bit till it's in line with this, and we'll go P, separate that as a separate object. So now you've got 2 objects. We'll call this one bottle, and this one will be the beginning of cap, so first cap. So let's, in edit mode, we'll scale this one up. Let's actually E to extrude this, right click, then scale it. So we get a face like this. And then we'll go, we could actually select all of this and go face select 3, E, send it straight up. Now we're going to have a loop on the inside. So like that. Let's get rid of those faces so that I can fill that in. We can go like this. Right, so let's grab these 2 edges. We'll go to front view, Control B, and then we can go add in some segments there. Right click shade, smooth, hide that, and you've got this shape now. That there doesn't seem to have enough geometry in it. We will work with that in a bit. So then we have this. Let's turn on our reference again. We need this face, so Shift D. We'll go P to separate the selection. Actually, let's go and delete this. And this face here, let's grab our reference image. And we'll come in here and we'll turn off the perspective so I can see what's going on. And then we'll deselect it. So in here, I'm going to maybe inset this again. And I want this to line up sort of roughly with this edge here. And then we'll go E to inset. Then we'll grab this loop, Control B to bevel a little bit. So we've got this shape. Now what we'll do is go select this one, Control plus on the number pad, Shift D, right click, P, separate the selection before you deselect it. Then you've got this extra shape, cap 1. So now I can go E to extrude that one up. Then we'll add a loop cut here, Control B to bevel that one, so that it gives it a sharp edge. Then we'll add in some extra loops in here. We'll go Shift D, duplicate that, P, separate it. And then from here we've got that extra shape. So we'll go scale this guy up. What we might do is E, then scale it up so that it's got that. It's got solidify on it. Let's get rid of that. And I don't need solidify on that one or that one. So now what I can do is go E, straight up, A, Shift N to recalculate the normals. We'll grab this loop, X, delete the face. We'll just fill this for now, inset. I'm going to leave it as a circle for now because of this shape here. Now I've got a feeling I need more geometry for this. So what I'm actually going to do is delete this. And this shape here, let's Alt select that one, that loop. Then I can go Shift S, cursor to selected. That'll move my 3D cursor. Then if I go to front view, then add in a new mesh in object mode. I'll have this. And we'll go 24. I think what's happening here, this is 18. So if we go 24, I think this will give us enough. So we'll scale this guy down. We'll move him down. We can also E and scale it in. Then we'll grab that edge. EZ, straight up. Like so. And then we'll go F, inset twice. And now we can bevel this bottom edge. I'm not going to bevel the top one yet because we have a shape here. Let's shade smooth and control to put on a sub D. Let's hide that. So now we've got this. So that's going to work. Let's add in 2 segments here that'll divide this shape up so that we can join our shape here. And I'll add in another one. Let's go something like this so that I've got some shapes here, some squares here, as you can see, that I can join to. So what I'm going to do is with those faces select, Shift S, cursor to selected, then out of edit mode, I'll add in a new circle. This one will be 8 vertices. If you click away from this menu, before you do anything else, you can press F9 and that will give control over that again. So let's go rotate this on the Y axis, like so. I'm going to tab into edit mode, oops, and we'll press 1 so I can see that I am in edit mode. I'm going to change my snapping to, let's go to vertex, and let's turn off the sub D. So now, if I scale it, let's go front view, scale it to the edge. And we can go Shift X, Shift X. Yep. I should be able to snap to this. Let's go into here, change effect for both of these, so turn it on for scale. Alright. I can select those both and check it. Yep. Alright. Now this one, we can E along the x-axis. Now what I can do for this, well, this is what I did last time. Let's actually scale this down. we need to turn off snap. So scale that down a little bit. We can go GZ control to snap it back up there. So it's like a little bit littler. Then what I did last time was I added in a circle. Let's put this back up to 32. We'll rotate it and we'll find the rotation of this edge. So it's about that. And so then what I did was Shift S, move the cursor to this, and I can delete this now. So that I can select this and I can press period and change my pivot point to the 3D cursor. So when I go E and R and rotate, I can rotate it like this. Now, I sort of want it to go straight from there, so let's period to the median again. We'll put our 3D cursor back in the center with Shift S. Now just F and go E to extrude along the normal there. And you can go, can't get it to do it now, but E, something like that, then X to delete that face. We'll add in some loops here. And right here, we'll go G and X to move that inside of this shape here. So then I'll select this, then select this, and you'll need your bull tools enabled for this. So add-ons bull tool enabled. And you can go Control Shift plus, which is if you press N under edit, bull tool, it will be this one, an auto boolean. So Control Shift plus. Now we've got the sub D applied to that. Now we have to come in here and fix all this up. So we can go turn on auto merge vertices up there, and you can go GG to merge these. And actually, no, that's good. So we can go GG. We will go J to connect that. J, connect that, that's fine. J, GG, merge that, and then J. Now we've got this. We'll right click shade smooth. We'll up the samples. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this guy. And so this is where I want to do some more sort of editing here. So I want this loop here. So let's have a look in here. I think I connected that. Let's go down to begin with. Connected with that one, M at last. So there you go. And then all I did here was I actually moved this back to give it a little bit of room. You can sort of do that for these. Don't move them too much. You can move this one, that's fine, because it's the shape. So there's an edge that's going around here that's holding this. So these vertical lines are keeping the cylindrical shape. And so if you move them out like this, you will end up with sub D. It's a pretty good job at getting rid of it. But you want to keep these as straight as possible as we do this. So now I can select that loop, go Control B, and then we get this. And so that hasn't worked. So there's an extra shape in here, which we can come in here. And you can actually tell it. If you select a point in here, and you see these orange lines going from it, but they're not going this direction. So they're not going out here. That means there's another point in there. So we could just GG, and that'll auto merge it. So we have this. Now we have this loop. Control B, bevel that. Then we've got this guy up here. We could merge that. I'm going to turn off my cavities. Now I've got an issue there. So what we could do is you could just add a loop there. Yep, pretty happy with that. We'll go to front view here. Now, what I want to do is we have this shape here. So I actually want to go Shift A, we'll add in a circle. Let's go 24. And then we'll scale this guy down, bring it up in here. Then we'll sort of go E, Z, down to the bottom of this curve here, maybe a little bit higher. And then we can work with this. So let's F to fill it. And I to inset it really small. Then we'll go front view here. E, E, and we'll scale that. E again, scale that down. Then we'll go E, scale this. And now what I can do is E, and then we'll control click the top here. We'll see if we can get it to that edge, like that. Then there's a face here, so let's get rid of that face. Right click, let's go slash, so we can see what's going on. Right click, Loop Tools, Bridge, that's an add-on that comes with Blender, so just enable it. And then we'll go Control B, bevel that guy. Front view. Let's go slash to bring all that back. Now I'll add 2, let's add 2 in here, Control B. Then we'll go Alt E to extrude along the normals. And now, slash again. Grab, oops. Control B. And we'll grab these 2 loops here. Control B. So now with a sub D, looks like this. Let's come in here, A, Shift. So we've actually got the center of that shape. This is messy, but grab that inner loop, scale it, Shift Z, like that. So it's just larger. Now we'll grab this loop, this loop, this loop, this loop, Control B. So you got this. Front view. Now what I'm going to do is in wireframe, I'll just sort of, let's go grab these faces, Shift S to cursor. All right, so then we will take that and we will extrude it straight down like so, and then we can add in a bunch of loop cuts. And we'll go object, set the origin to the 3D cursor up there. Next, what we'll do is we'll add in a curve. So we'll add in a Bezier curve, tab into edit mode. This piece here, we want it on that 3D cursor. So select the center of it, Shift S, selection to cursor, then grab this side and we'll bring it down like that. Scale it down, grab this, rotate him, and just get it close, then select this, then go S, X, and then we'll press 0 to scale it straight vertical. And if I go the right side here, we have to also scale this along the Y, like so. So now we have this, let's go front view, and now we can grab this straw, let's call it straw, and then we'll call this one straw curve. And if I've got everything right, let's see this. We will go for a curve. We'll put this after the sub D because, after the sub D, then we will select the curve object. And I believe this is going to be a negative Z. There we go. And I'm just going to select this and move this down in edit mode, so that's further down. I also want to add a solidify modifier to this before the rest of this. We'll hit slash, go into edit mode, Control R to add loops to the end of this. And we'll go even thickness. Now let's have a look at this. Alt Z, right click, shade auto smooth. I have dropped back to an older version of Blender, by the way. We'll power save that. Still complaining about it because the new version kept crashing. So that's pretty much the modeling done. So if we turn this on, the only last thing I would do is put the straw under the curve, under the straw. So select the curve, then control click the straw, then in the mouse in the 3D viewport, control P, keep transformation, so that whenever you grab the straw, the curve is going with it. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We'll save this, save as, a new version, save. Still complaining. That's good fun. So that's pretty much the modeling done there. On my older file, I have got different topology here. So what I did was ran a loop cut around this edge. So it sort of went around that edge rather than connecting that to there. I connected that edge to there. Then I ran a loop cut around this edge, see here. And then I connected this to that loop. And that seems to have better topology there. So you can play around with that if you would like. That's not amazing there. We could work on that. Which you would just then go like this. Let's go to the left. Select all this. We will go, I think it's mesh actually, symmetrize. Then we'll go from, this is Y. So it'll be plus Y, plus to negative. There you go. There we go. And look at that. Alright. Only other thing in here is just that edge there. So we'll go E, scale that guy in. And then we can add a loop cut on that. And there you go. Give it a bunch of saves. This really does not want to save as a new version for some reason. Anyway, that can, that can stay in its temper. All right, that's it for this video. We will shade all this and light it in maybe the next video, a few videos down the track. If you're interested in learning more about Blender, just remember that we have a free course down below in the link, which you'll create an iPhone model. Really fun. It's more for beginners. We ran through this quite quickly. So that course is more for beginners and you'll get a better start down there. So make sure to go sign up for that and you'll get access to the Discord community as well, which is pretty cool. All right, I'll see you next time.